Every single day, humanity creates 402.74 million terabytes of data. That's 402 trillion 740 billion megabytes. In one day, if you printed every byte as a single character, the stack would stretch from Earth to the Sun and back, 3 times over. This isn't a metaphor. It's measurable, it's growing, and it's stored somewhere physical. In the next 60 seconds, 241.2 million emails sent, 11.7 million Google searches processed, 500 hours of YouTube video uploaded, 16,000 TikTok videos posted, 347,222 Snapchat photos shared. This is happening right now, not in your lifetime, not in your year. In the next 60 seconds, multiply that by 1,440 minutes per day. That's the scale we're dealing with. Every day, 347.3 billion emails, 4 million per second. A single email averages 75 kilobytes, small, but multiply 75 kilobytes by 347 billion, and you get 26 petabytes of email data. Daily, here's the kicker, 45% are spam, 160 billion unwanted messages consuming servers, bandwidth, and electricity every day, going absolutely nowhere. Google processes 16.4 billion searches daily, 11.7 million per minute. But a search isn't one operation. It triggers dozens, crawling 100 billion web pages, running real-time ad auctions, personalizing by location and history. Every query logs what you searched, when, where, what you clicked. Google alone processes 20 petabytes of data daily, just from search. 5.3 billion photos taken daily, 61,400 every second. The average smartphone photo, 4 megabytes in HEIC format. Do the math. 5.3 billion times 4 MB equals 21 petabytes of raw image data. Daily. Most never get shared publicly. They sit in camera rolls, silently backing up to data centers. Video is 82% of all internet traffic. YouTube alone receives 500 hours of new uploads every single minute, 720,000 hours per day. 1 hour of 4K streaming generates 13.3 gigabytes. Across millions of concurrent global streams, you're in hundreds of petabytes daily. Just from YouTube uploads, 4.3 petabytes of new video data added today. 25 billion texts sent daily, each one a few hundred bytes, tiny. But every message trails metadata: sender, recipient, timestamp, location, device ID, read receipts. That metadata often exceeds the message itself. This is the raw material of the surveillance economy. Here's the thing, all that human activity is a fraction of daily data creation. Machines are the real generators. 18.8 billion IoT devices worldwide. A connected car streams 25 to 100 gigabytes per hour from cameras, radar, and sensors. A single Boeing 787 generates 500 gigabytes per flight. Smart factory floors stream gigabytes per minute. Most of this data is never seen by human eyes, processed and discarded in milliseconds. Now add surveillance. 1 billion cameras installed worldwide. Each 1080p camera generates 15 gigabytes of footage per day. The global CCTV market sits at $18 billion today, projected to hit $65 billion by 2033. That growth is driven by one thing: the insatiable demand to capture, store, and analyze everything cameras see. The cloud doesn't float. It sits on drives, in racks, inside buildings. The US alone has 4,028 data centers. In 2022, they consumed 240 to 340 terawatt-hours of electricity, 1.3% of all global power. Add AI workloads and consumption could exceed 1,000 terawatt-hours by 2026, the equivalent of Japan's entire annual electricity use, just to store your data. To store one day's data, 200 million standard hard drives. Line them end to end. They stretch from New York to Los Angeles and back 200 times over. This is the invisible infrastructure of your digital life. Every tap, scroll, and stream creates data that demands physical storage, consumes electricity, and feeds a surveillance economy. The cloud isn't ethereal. It's the most energy-intensive industry humans have ever built. Right now, while you're watching this, you've added to that number, the search that brought you here, the video buffering in the background, the notification you ignored. You are not a user of the data economy, you are its raw material. 402 trillion, 740 billion megabytes, and counting. If you found this video interesting, we take numbers that sound impossible and show you exactly what makes them look so unreal. Like and subscribe for more content like this.